Joining me is head coach of the Central Bobcats, Mark Smith. Coach, your team had an incredible comeback after a so-so first half, let's just put it that way. Just give me your thoughts on your team's overall performance tonight.
You know, what a fight that they had and that they showed. You know, this team, you know, I mentioned, you know, early in the year, resiliency was going to be a word that described this team, and I really think that they showed that, you know, when every opportunity to say, you know what, we're down 48 to, 14 right there, and to come all the way back, you know. And this team had a great deal of resiliency and fight in them. We made too many mistakes to win the game at the end. You know, I think of the sequence of plays at the end of the first half, the touchdown on the final play of the half, the penalties that gave them a short kick right here that they onside kicked and got it and scored the next play. That's 14 points. And, you know, when you play, you know, good people, you can't have those mistakes. So I'm disappointed about those things. But I'm very happy with the fight in this team. You know, that's one thing I've never questioned about this group is that, man, they fight all the way to the end. And, you know, that's a characteristic that we can take in with us week in and week out, and we will see a better result going forward if we have that kind of fight.
Coach, in that second half, let's just go ahead and just start with your defense. After those initial two, one-play drives, at the very beginning of the second half, y'all didn't allow any more points. Just talk about the guys, how they kind of locked down after that.
You know, I think that takes a great deal of resiliency in the defense too. When you've been kind of worked a little bit to that point, you know, to be able to regroup and flush what happened previous to that and go out and perform and play, they just executed better, you know. You know, when a guy's turned loose free, you know, somebody made a mistake. You know, we don't have coverages that do that. So it's being able to trust our training, trust our eyes, you know, get guys, you know, doing the right thing, and then, you know, being able to communicate that, to get it lined up, executed well on the sideline, and then to execute it on the field. You know, when you've got young players sometimes that, you know, they struggle with that. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, you learn from making mistakes. And, you know, we've got to do a better job of kind of correcting those and shoring those things up before they happen. But really proud. I mean, those two one-play drives in the first several minutes of the second half, and then to shut them out the rest of the half, it gave ourselves a chance to win.
And, Coach, finally, on that offense, had a couple of turnovers tonight. Squeak was very uncharacteristic, I guess you could call it, with those three turnovers. But he stayed in it, he kept pushing, and he was really productive at the end. Talk about your offense for a minute.
Well, I was really proud of them. You know, we gave ourselves a chance to win. You know, we scored the ball when we needed to, made big plays when we needed to, and got ourselves right back in the game. You know, despite errors and despite, you know, turnovers and the things where we hurt ourselves, we never quit. You know, this team just kept fighting. Give us the ball one more time was the mentality that they had, and unfortunately just one possession short.
All right, again, this has been head coach of the Central Bobcats, Mark Smith. After the 3-point loss to Amarillo High, Coach, good luck next week.
Thank you.